Did anybody else love the McDonald's brought back their trick-or-treat pails? No? Just me? Okay. What is up, everybody, and welcome to another episode brought to you by Backyard Zombie. And in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys my favorite things I either built or bought during 2022. So, let's get started. So, if I haven't said this in videos, I'm a really big fan of coffee table books. I love coffee table books from like movies, TV, theater, anything that has references to a thing I truly enjoy. And every year I accumulate probably around 10 to 15 art books, whether it be through me buying them on clearance or getting them for my birthday or Christmas. And I have chosen 4 books that I got this year that I really enjoyed. Starting with number 1 is Ghostbusters: The Inside Story. This book came out, I believe, in 2020, but I acquired it this year. I got it on clearance, so its original price was, I think, $30, but I know I got it for like at least 15 or 20. And I got this at Barnes & Noble, and I just had to have it because it has like all these really cool stories about how they made the movie, and I love Ghostbusters, so I had to pick it up. The other books I got, I'm going to try to find a place to put this. This was a cool book that I was very excited to get my hands on this year, is The Making and the Art of the Batman. This book is so cool. It has tons of art and references to how they made the Batmobile, different props from the movie, and just insider scoops from Matt Reeves, and it's a really cool book, and I really enjoyed looking at the pictures of this book. And then I got this for Christmas a couple days ago, and that is, of course, the art of Avatar: The Way of Water. I love Avatar. I'm a big fan of Avatar, and I asked for this for my birthday, and I got it for Christmas, so that was really cool. And it has tons of these, like, full photos from the movie, behind the scenes of, like, patchwork and other props that were in the film, and this is a must-have if you're an Avatar fan. And then finally, you know what my favorite art book of the year was. I did a video all about it, and that is the art of Evil Dead, the game. This is one of the coolest books I've ever owned, and it is so cool to flip through this bad boy and see like all these pictures of how they made the game, the Deadites of the game, different props, background stuff, scenic, just all these amazing pictures from the game, and I am so fortunate to own this from the collector set, and it's one of my most prized possessions. So I never made a formal video about my love of this TV show, but I didn't want to nerd out too hard because I am a huge fan ever since I was a kid of the Anne Rice books, and when AMC announced they were finally making Interview with the Vampire, a television show, I nerded out, and I watched this show every Sunday, like right as Saturday turned into Sunday, and I was able to watch it on AMC Plus, and I'm a big fan of this show, and I totally called it. Major spoiler, so I'm going to put the spoiler logo right there, that Rashid was a vampire, and I screamed like bloody murder that he was Armand. So I'm a huge fan of this. I listened to the Interview with the Vampire podcast that AMC put out. I watched all the behind the scenes stuff, all the commentary that's available, and I'm really hoping they make an art reference book or a vinyl for this show because it's so freaking good. The chemistry between Sam Reed and Jacob Anderson is incredible, and the work that Bailey Bass did as Claudia, stunning. Like, their dynamic was stunning. And then I'm going to butcher his name. I think it's Eric Borard. I can't pronounce his name. The actor that plays Mr. Malloy or Daniel Malloy, he steals that show. He's the comedic relief, and he steals that show, and I love it so much. So my top show of 2022, easily AMC Plus's Interview with the Vampire from the Immortal Universe, and I am so excited for Mayfair, which is coming out in like 2 weeks. So yeah, best show of 2022. In this part of the video, I'm going to talk about some of my favorite props that I got to work on during 2022. We made 4 short films, and they each involved prop work. One of my favorites, the props I made early in the year, was Corpsey, who is no longer living here at Backyard Zombie. She now lives over at the House of Masks in Chillicothe. AJ Good keeps her, I believe, in his main living room area, but I wanted to gift Corpsey over to AJ because he collects kind of like weird and macabre stuff. So I thought Corpsey would have a great home at the House of Masks. So that's where she lives. But one of my favorite films we worked on this year, besides all of them, because working with Miles is an absolute pleasure, was the Evil Elf on a Shelf video. I got to make a bunch of these creepy little elves, and this one is the creepiest, and it's only in the short for like a second, and it's the demonic version of the elf, and this is an actual elf on a shelf. Like, I believe these are called elves behaving badly, and I put this guy through hell. He's now demon, he's got these acrylic teeth, he's got some weird symbols on him, and he's burned to a crisp, and this is one of my favorite props I made for that shoot. But my favorite prop, hands down, I made for the Evil Elf on a Shelf was the elf box. And please don't fall, Chucky. Yeah, there you go. This box, which is only in the short film for a scene, but this is the box that the elf supposedly arrived in, and has a bunch of these like Norse runes on it, and I put a bunch on there. There's an Easter egg on here on the back that says Gruß von Krampus, which means greetings from Krampus. It has this this resin Santa piece, and yeah, this was one of my favorite props because I bought this for $3 at Goodwill. It was brown. I painted it red. I made it look all North Pole Christmassy, and it's hands down one of my favorite props I made for that shoot. Another prop that I made during the year, especially early in the year, I was on this Ghostbusters kick. I got sick, and when I had COVID, I decided to work on some projects just for me, and this was one of the props that I made, and it is a Ghostbusters proton pistol, and I've showed this off in a couple of videos, but I never made a video for it. This thing just makes me happy. It looks like it's right out of the world of Ghostbusters, in my opinion. It's got a bunch of cool like decals on it, and it is just made of a bunch of junk parts. It's like a lightsaber, a Wii gun. These are Nerf gun parts. This is a Starbucks pump. And yeah, I know I've shown this on the channel before, but then it also has this Evil Ted mold because I love Evil Ted. And yeah, it was one of my favorite props I made from 2022. And yeah, let's bust some ghosts. This prop I technically did not make, but I did finish it. And it is from Ash vs. Evil Dead. It is my Pablo necklace. And because it's so small, I didn't feel the need to make a video on it, but I wanted to feature this today because I wanted to highlight the artist who made it. His name is Joey, and I will include a link to Joey's site because he does a bunch of 3D prints, mostly in resin, of the stuff from Ash vs. Evil Dead, Ghostbusters, a bunch of other stuff. Go check out his stuff. It is awesome, and hopefully one day he's going to make me the 2013 Evil Dead necklace because I just want him to do it because I like working with Joey. But if you look really closely, this print is absolutely incredible, and it's resin, and I put this chain on, I painted this necklace, and it is such a cool piece. So while I was in Chillicothe, I was hired to be the prop master for the outdoor drama Tecumseh during its 50th season, but then I also got to work on this one-man show called St. Nicholas, which is about a aging theater critic who gets wrangled in with a bunch of vampires. And this is technically a one-man show that's supposed to take place at a bar, but because this is an outdoor venue, they decided to broaden it a little bit, and the idea was that it's a cemetery. So I had to design a cemetery, and I had a lot of help from Van Oaks Props and Wicked Makers to how to carve headstones. But one of the props I'm most proud of is this headstone that was on stage, and it is dedicated to my mom. She passed away in 2021 while I was in Chillicothe, and I really wanted to dedicate a Easter egg prop to her. This thing was made out of insulation foam with monster mud, and then I carved her name into it. The stage itself was made of sand, and it's kind of creepy and kind of eerie, but during the week when we didn't have shows, the stones would just fall over in the wind. Only one stone remained up the entire run of the show, and that was this one, which you can take as kind of like a nice sign or kind of eerie, but this is a most prized possession of mine. I took it from Chillicothe because it's got my mom's name on it. I'm gonna keep it. And then I had some of the cast and crew sign the back of it for me, but it goes on the wall behind this camera, and it is a nice dedication piece to my mom and a memento from my time at Chillicothe during Haunted Mountain. So that's my mom's headstone. Though I got him at the tail end of 2022, one of my favorite things I acquired from Trick or Treat Studios is my Chucky doll. I got several Trick or Treat Studios products like the Ouija board, a couple of Halloween masks, but my Chucky doll is my absolute favorite thing I got from Trick or Treat Studios this year, and he is now a member of my family. This is Charles, and Charles is my adopted son. Just look at him. He's perfect in every way.
Say hi, Charles.
So I've been working with Vince since right around the beginning of the time Backyard Zombie was kind of like, you know, starting. And Vince has been doing my logo for me. And every now and then I'll say, hey, Vince, can you do like a variant for me? So I'm going to pick my top 3 variant logos that he did, or just logos in general he did for me. Number 1 is the Dead by Dawn logo. That logo it's sick. It's one of my favorites. It's on my shirt right now. I love my Dead by Dawn logo. It's so fun. Number 2 is my retro logo. This was, I challenged Vince toward like right around October, and I said, hey Vince, can you do like a retro redesign of my original logo? And he was like, oh yeah, sure. So this is now available on Teespring if you want to get this on a t-shirt. It's a really cool logo. And then number 3, my favorite logo of 2022, the pumpkin. The pumpkin logo just makes me so happy. It is such a cool logo. Vince did such a good job on it, sticking my logo inside of a pumpkin while also the sign coming out. And yeah, that thing, it just makes me so freaking happy. Now I'm gonna pick my top 3 videos of the year. I know one of my most successful videos of the year was my Chucky review, which got like 2K views, which was just awesome. But I'm really hoping one day I'll see those numbers on one of my prop builds. That would be, you know, awesome. Not toy reviews, but I do love doing reviews. I have several reviews coming out soon of some toys and stuff I picked up, but it's really cool that Chucky got me 2K, which was awesome. Another one of my favorite videos I made this year was my Evil Dead chainsaw rehaul video. That video was so therapeutic, you have no idea. That video was for me, it wasn't for you guys, but I hope it inspires you to go out and start doing research on making your own Evil Dead chainsaw. But remaking that baby to what it is looking like now, that it was just so freaking cool, and I got to do it in Chillicothe, which was very special. And then my other favorite video of 2022, which got like no views, which is absolutely fine, was my Mystery Machine rehaul. I love my Mystery Machine little model. It's right there on my shelf. I'm not taking it down because it's covered in zombie toys. But yeah, that I enjoyed that video. It was fun. I really wish people appreciated it. No, I'm just kidding. But that was a really fun video. That's like my top 3. And then an honorable mention is my Fiji mermaid video. That video was fun. Making a Fiji mermaid was super cool. So that was fun. Also, while I was editing this video, I forgot to mention one of my favorite videos I worked on because it was right at the time I was leaving for Chillicothe, and that was my Darkhold video. That it got a lot of views. It was so fun to make the Darkhold, but it also was really great to work with my friend Natalina. So shout out to Natalina being an awesome Wanda. So thank you guys so much for watching this video of me talking about some of my favorite things I did on this channel, things I bought or things I made. And I really hope that the channel continues to grow where I can make content like this for you guys. I'm really hoping you guys are enjoying the 4 short films that we released over the year. Miles did phenomenally. It was such a great time working with Miles, and I can't wait to make more movies with him. I can't wait to work on more projects. We have a lot of cool stuff coming, and I'm going to announce it here because it's about that time. I'm finally going to release that RTV video for Ghostbusters because I let that thing sit on the shelf and I've been re-inspired with my Ghostbusters love. I kind of like put it on the shelf for a while, but I'm going to finally release it, and it's going to be super trippy, super fun, and yeah. So I'm very excited for that video. But if you guys enjoyed this video, please think about liking it, and then also think about subscribing to the channel. And if you want to support the channel, you can buy a t-shirt over in Teespring, or we have stickers as well. Yeah, so 2022, it was a fun year. It was a positive year. It was a year of growth. And I hope you guys at home have a blessed New Year's, if this is post before New Year's, which I think it will be. And I will see you guys in 2023 because we're going to build a bigger scare, and we're going to do it, and it's going to be fun. So I will see you guys in the next video, and thank you so much for watching. Everything's fine. It's fine. It's been 6 days since I've been lost out here in these woods. 6 days of kicking ass and taking names. It's the light of a full moon, and I'm drinking sangria from a jack-o'-lantern. What a life. What is up, everybody, and welcome to another episode brought to you by Backyard Zombie right here in my creepy cabin in the woods. We are working so hard to get ready for our next show here on the mountain. It's called Tales of the Undead. It is a one-man show. It is a haunted maze. It is an escape room. It's tons of fun stuff and activities to do for this Halloween season. And
You heard it here, folks. People are here to third and to simp for Mothman.
You know, I hear that Mothman's double cheeked up on a, what day is it?
It's Saturday.
Saturday.
He's double cheeked up on a Saturday.
Yeah. But aren't we all?
So yeah, we're here in Point Pleasant, West Virginia, here for the Mothman Festival, and we're gonna go check out the sights. So let's see what there is to see.
yeah, when I was reading the script, it just screamed Jacob. I was like, After. These aren't complete. I still got to do some shading and weathering, but the base is there. It's a red plasti dip, skin texture, and adding some purple to the eyes so they look more depth, but you get way more sense of evil while swallow your soul. So yeah, I'm very pleased with how these are coming out. These are working exactly the way I wanted them to work. So someone with a big face would obviously use one of these, someone with a smaller face would use one of these. And I have two other options to do, and I'll see how those come out as well.
We're gonna get you, not another peep. Time to go to sleep. Sleep. Ah.
Yep. So who are you?
Your worst nightmare.
And that's definitely going in. Thank you. You're the best, Josh.